In this video, we're going to have a look at this brand new RC car. It's got a metal body, a brushless motor, but is it any good? Do you have a job you hate? Imagine if you could make more money from the comfort of your own home. That was my dream, and it became a reality once I started selling on eBay. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars by selling on eBay, and I've now taught hundreds of people my secrets. So just check out the results here from some of my students. So if you're sick of that 9 till 5 and you want to make more money than a doctor from the comfort of your own home, then click on the link down below and I'll show you how. So this is the E-Sheen Desert Eagle. It's got a metal body, it's 4-wheel drive, solid rear axle, and double wishbone front suspension. And in there, we have a brushless motor. And what that means, it should be pretty lively. Oh, subscribe, smash the bell, like, or dislike, whatever makes you happy. So in the box, you get the car, battery, charger, toolkit, and optional gearing to change the speed, sticker sheet, although I'm quite liking the sinister look, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Instruction book, some axle extenders, God knows what that lot is in there, we might find that out in a bit, and also a set of keys, and I'll show you what they're for in a minute. The controller, you can do this too, which means you can use it right-handed and left-handed. And to charge it up, you plug that into there and the other end into a USB. Oh, and by the way, it comes with everything that you need to get this thing to run, but you do need to supply your own AA batteries for the controller. Oh look, you have to be 14 years old to use it. Haha, copper, go away. All right, all charged up, and Postman has just been and brought me another Banggood special. This one here is a Nitro 1/10 scale. I think it's that one there. So there's going to be a video on that soon, so make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. But anyway, back onto the Desert Eagle. Plenty of speed and power for the steering. All right, here we go. Oh, that is pretty lively. But if you remember this key that I showed you earlier, if you undo this here, you can see that the green position is children mode, and then the red position is high speed mode. Guys, that has really woken it up. Are you ready? Oh my god, that has really woken it up. Oh. So far, this thing performs pretty good, and I can't wait to get it outside. The only downside that I can see so far is that there's not really that much steering, which is fine when you're in a big space, but somewhere in here where it's quite small and quite tight, has a little bit of a struggle getting round. Also, there's no oil in the shocks, so I'm not sure if you can put oil in there, or if they even take oil. But other than that, so far, it's pretty good. And did I mention it's dirt cheap? So there's going to be a link to where you can get one from down below. Anywho, let's waffle. Let's get the thing outside. So next, let's see how fast this thing can go. So I've got this thing set to mile per hour. And also, if you want to know where you can get one of these from, there's going to be a link down below. Very handy gadgets. You can just stick it on any of your RC cars and see how fast it can go. You can measure mile an hour and kilometres. 18 mile an hour. Oh, tumble rumble. Oh, and we recovered. there you have it, guys. We will take it out, maybe to some skate parks and BMX tracks, and take it out in the real world soon. But for now, I've been very impressed with it. It's fairly fast. I mean, 18 mile an hour is not going to break any records, but it's only a relatively small car, so for its size, it's plenty fast enough. No breakages anywhere. So all in all, pretty good. So I'm going to put a link to where you can get one from down below, and then I will see you over in another video in a minute. Actually, I may as well waffle for another couple of minutes so I can make up a 10-minute video. You're lucky, not yet. So other stuff that we have going on. So these are the 1/24th scale monster trucks that I've built from a toy and from some RC crawlers. So if you haven't seen the videos, link to that up there. But if we have a look up here, look, I have another gravedigger, and this one here is even smaller. So this one here, complete toy grade. But if we compare it to this one, I thought this was small. But we compare it to that, it's even smaller. So I'm thinking, could I take the axles and the gubbins out of this crawler here and get it inside this one? I mean, maybe. I mean, no reason why not, really. That could be a pretty cool project. What do you reckon, guys? Give us a comment what you reckon. If you haven't seen this video, this was the review I did, the last video or video before that, or whatever. But this was actually one of the best, cheaper crawlers that I've ever reviewed. It's got loads and loads and loads of axle travel. It really performs really well for what it is. So if you want to see that, I'm going to put a link there, if I remember. I've got these epic looking knuckles here from my Creighton 6S. So these are made out of 7075 aluminium T6. So if you don't know what that is, it just means that they're crazy strong. And then coming over here, I still need to order a body for this crawler here. Although this body here does look really nice on there, I've now mounted this to fit onto a Traxxas TRX4. And seeing that the TRX4 is my favourite crawler, I want to keep this body reserved for my favourite crawler. But I'm probably going to be putting the Jeep Gladiator body on this, as a lot of people said, because it'll probably look pretty good with this bumper here. So with the Barbie Jeep, I was going to make this as fast as possible and then smash it full speed into a wall and set up all slow motion cameras. But a lot of you guys said in the comments, no, don't do it. Turn it into a crawler. So, I don't know, what do you want me to do? Yes, I know, the Meccano's. We will have to do a destruction derby very, very soon. I have space in the workshop at the moment, so there's no reason why we can't do that very soon. If you don't know what these are, they're normal Meccano kits, but we fitted motors and made them radio controlled. So 540 size brush motor on this, 540 size brush motor on this one, but this one here can run 3-cell LiPo, and it has a brushless motor. This one's the Aventador, and this should go crazy fast. And then maybe after the Destruction Derby, we might see if we can get some good top speed out of it and smash that full speed into a wall with all slow motion cameras and just watch it all bend up and buckle up and all that stuff. I've got a helicopter down here that I was supposed to have reviewed a few months ago and kind of forgot. So that helicopter will be on the channel very soon. And talking to helicopters, I've just joined a model helicopter club. So I used to be a member of that club a few years ago. I used to fly all the big Zab Goblins and T-Rex Align helicopters, Nitros and Brushless and all that stuff. But I smashed so many up and it got expensive, so I kind of gave up that hobby. But maybe I could bring it back, and if I can make some cool footage for you guys. Helicopters smashing up, carnage, all that stuff. I don't know, if you guys want to see it, then maybe we'll do some of it. And this is a nitro that I reviewed not very long ago. This is probably one of the best cheap nitros that I've ever used. It runs really well, it handles well, it's got a Force engine in there, which is one of the better, cheaper engines. But anyway, link up here for that video, or search the channel, whatever. Also, this I did a little review on. So, although this is a very nice looking truck, it was very slow. So maybe we may convert that to brushless. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Here's my Traxxas Rustler. This one needs some TLC. I've been waiting for parts, and now I have the parts to fix it. And also, it needs some new top arms, so they're going to go on there too. And in this box here, this is what is left of my original Hobeo Hyper VS stroke 8.5 Frankenstein. So for those of you that don't know, I've just bought a brand new Hobeo Hyper VS. This is this one here. This is what was left over the old one. So I'm going to put this here back together again and probably turn it into a rally car, because at Paddlesworth, they now have a rally track. So that's probably what that's going to end up being. So down here we have this little tank thing. I started doing a review on it and then it didn't work. So I'm waiting to get another one and then we can finish that review. We got this nitro here that I'm going to unbox in a minute, so that's going to be in the video soon. And I really want to take this truggy out first. This was my first ever brushless RC car. This is what got me kind of converted over from nitro into brushless. So I've not really used it much recently. It's needs a bit of work doing to it. The main issue that I did have with that was that the bearings kept dying. Every time I took it out, the bearings died. So I put on some hubs and suspension from a Kayasho that's got bigger bearings, but now it doesn't handle right. The geometry is all wrong and everything. So I need to do a little bit of work on that, and then I really do want to bring this out soon. Probably up at Arc Raceway in like when we next go. And then we got to do a bit more work on this soon. In the next video, I want to get this engine properly mounted, get it running, just to see if it can move on its own power. Maybe not get any RC linked up to it, but certainly get it started up, give it a little bit of throttle, and just see if how well it even moves. Down here is my Armour Outcast 4S. I'm waiting for some parts for this. I've got most of the bits I need to fix it, but I do need, I think I've got the bumper, but the main thing I need is a new bulkhead. Look, I smashed it off there, look. Hello, Diff. Alright, that's got to be 10 minutes. I will see you over on another video.